we have 69 divided by 2. So we have 6 tens and 9 units, and we need to divide those into 2 groups. And we're going to divide using long division. So we start by dividing our 6 tens by 2. So let's share out our 6 tens. So we shared out our 6 tens between 2 groups to give us 3 tens in each group. So we write 3 above our tens column because 6 tens divided by 2 is 3 tens. Now we started with 6 tens and we shared out 6 tens, so now we have no tens left. So we could write a 0 here, or we can just leave it blank. So now we bring down our 9 units because that's what we need to share out next. So if we share out 9 units, we've shared out 8 units, but we can't share out our 9th unit because with division we need to share equally. So we can't have 5 units in one group but only 4 in another. So we can write -8 to show that we've shared out 8 units, and we have 4 units in each group because 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now 9 minus 8 is 1, which tells us that we have 1 remainder, which can't be shared out. So 69 divided by 2 equals 34 remainder 1. Now we have 74 divided by 3. So let's use long division to help us solve this. So we can start by sharing out our 7 tens into 3 groups. But we can't share out this 7th 10 because with division we need to share equally. So we are only able to share out 6 tens, which means we have 2 tens in each group, because 6 divided by 3 is 2. But now, if we started with 7 tens and we shared out 6, we have 1 10 left over. So what are we going to do with this 10? Well, to be able to share out our remaining 10, we need to break it up into 10 units. We need to exchange our 10 for 10 units. So now, if we bring down our 4 units, we have 14 units to share out. So we can share out those units. But we can't share out these last 2 units, otherwise not every group would be equal, and with division we need to share equally. So we shared out 12 of our 14 units, so we can write -12 to show this. And we have 4 units in each group because 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now 14 minus 12 is 2, which tells us that we have a remainder of 2. So 74 divided by 3 equals 24 remainder 2. Now we have 124 divided by 3. So let's write that out. Now we can't share out this 100 because with division we need to share equally. So if we can't share out any hundreds, we've shared out 0 hundreds, and we have 0 hundreds in each group. So if we started with 100 and we haven't shared any out, we still have 100. So what are we going to do with this 100? Well, to be able to share it out, we need to break it up into 10 tens. We need to exchange our 100 for 10 tens. So now, if we bring down our 2 tens, we make the number 12. And that tells us that we have 12 tens to share out. So we can share out our tens. And we shared out all 12 of those tens, so we can write minus 12 to show this. And we have 4 tens in each group, because 12 divided by 3 is 4. So now we've dealt with our tens, we can bring down our 4 units. We can share out 3 of those units, but we can't share out our 4th unit because that wouldn't be sharing equally. So we shared out 3 of our units, so we write minus 3, and we have 1 unit in each group because 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now 4 minus 3 is 1, and that's our 1 remainder. So 124 divided by 3 equals 41 remainder 1. Now we have 98 divided by 4. So let's write that out. And let's start by sharing out our 9 tens between 4 groups. But we can't share out this 9th 10 because with division we need to share equally. So we're only able to share out 8 tens, which means we have 2 tens in each group, because 8 divided by 4 is 2. But now, if we started with 9 tens and we shared out 8, we have 1 10 left over. So what are we going to do with this 10? Well, to be able to share out this remaining 10, we need to break it up into 10 units. So we need to exchange our 10 for 10 units. So now, if we bring down our 8 units, we make the number 18. And that tells us that we now have 18 units to share out. So we can share out those units. But we can't share out these last 2 units. Otherwise, 2 of our groups would have more units than the other 2 groups. And with division, we need to share equally. So we shared out 16 of our 18 units, so we can write minus 16 to show this. And we have 4 units in each group, because 16 divided by 4 is 4. Now 18 minus 16 is 2, which tells us that we have a remainder of 2. So 98 divided by 4 equals 24 remainder 2.